Well, the Derby certainly lived up to its billing. What a fantastic race that was. Ultimately, Sky Darcy carrying off the prize for Casper fans and Joe Moreira. We'll look back on the BMW Hong Kong Derby in a moment. But, of course, we keep rolling forward to Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Jern, joined as always by our form analyst Paul Alley and race caller Mark McNamara as well. And Mark, before we look back, let's look forward. What are we looking forward to?
Well, we've got a very open meeting coming up at Andrew. Hello to you and everybody at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Plenty of chances in most races. Joe looks set to dominate certainly the back half of the program with a number of rides, including Soaring Tower, which will make his Happy Valley race debut. He has trialled well at the track previously. OK, all right, Paul. And as far as jackpots are concerned, first starters, any short price favourites?
We've got a couple of really good jackpots. We're 1.9 going into the triple trio, so that should get up to about 6 million, and 2.9 into the 6-up win bonus, and that should get up to 7. So a couple of really good jackpots there. I don't know about shorter prices, maybe later in the card. Wealthy Delight in the last. He's been going pretty well at the moment, but looks a really nice race, that last race. So we'll keep an eye on that price. And as far as first starters are concerned, there's a few. There's one I quite like as well, a horse called For a Winner.
OK, all right, we'll look at him in a moment. Let's look back, though, first at Sha Tin. It was BMW Hong Kong Derby Day on Sunday, as we have a look at now with our racing review. The race, Mark, had a number of favourites, a number of horses fighting out for favouritism in the build-up to the race. So it would look very even on paper. A lot of pace on early. We pick it up as they swing into the straight.
And the result, Andrew, decided by the barrier draw with the way they ran the race, and Healthy Happy and Silver Express getting out to that big lead. He just landed in the right spot. Paul Sky Darcy and Joe had him in front, timed it perfectly. You put Russian Emperor from the same draw, Panfield from the same draw. They go on and win the Derby, but it was Joe and Casper capitalising, and a horse you were pretty keen on. He's done the Derby job for you.
Yeah, I remember we saying earlier on we thought the best ride in the race would win the Derby, and there was no doubt that was on Sky Darcy.
Russian Emperor flashing home for second place. Number of other horses staying on very late as well. Your excellent proposals, Tourbillon Diamond. But this day belonged to Casper fans, Joe Moreira and the owners, the Kwan family. Jessica Kwan, the owner, Mark.
Exactly right, and it meant a lot to Joe and Casper. It was quite an emotional victory as well, and fortunately Russian Emperor, he's pulled up lame on race morning, so he's run into seconds even better than it appeared on face value to get as close as he did. Yeah,
and look, he sort of was a bit unlucky as well, because Shadow Hero didn't take Karras into the race like he thought he would, and that was the winning of the race, I think, because Sky Darcy slipped up the inside and sort of got that little break on him, and he was catching him right on the post there, wasn't he? So good run, and a good run from Panfield as well, because he drew 12. He got back a little bit further than he wanted to.
Yeah, I'd imagine Sky Darcy will be dropping back in trip, the others maybe going up in trip, so we might not see them lock horns for a while. But 106 now for the Derby winner. Other big winners, though, to take note of, Mark?
There were three very, very promising horses, Andrew, we saw there on Sunday. Courier Wonder, Fantastic Treasure went up 14, and Fantastic Way, unbeaten now, Paul. He went up 10. All three of them look to have great futures here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it was great. Well, it's great to see, isn't it? We get these young horses coming through, winning like they did. They're all very impressive wins.
All right, they were the big winners on the day. We'll see if we can find some more now with our horses to follow. All right, Derby Day. Paul, what did you find for us?
Well, I've found a horse called On XL Star. Now, he stepped up the 1,400 metres here for the first time. He's by Niagara, so the further the better. I'd like to see him coming up to 1,600 or even 1,800 metres. This was his third run this season. He only had one last season as well. And Antoine Hamlin actually dropped the whip with about 100 to go as well. So it just makes it even a little bit better. Once he straightened him out there, or straightened him out, I should say, I thought he stayed on really nicely. He looks like a horse who's looking for more ground. And once he gets it, I think he won't be far away from a win. He seems a nice horse here.
One of the two charity winners on the day, both of them very impressive. Mark, for you?
Dazzling Feeling, the horse to follow. Now, he comes out of this race here over the 1,200 metres. That's him in the yellow and purple colours against the rail. Fantastic Treasure goes on to absolutely bolt up, and he puts a bit of a dart in a couple of times behind them. He was fractious in the barriers as well, so as he learns to race more and settle better in the gates, he's going to be able to put himself in a far better position. Didn't think he ran on too bad. might be a start or two before we see anything from him, but he's finished with enchanting start and just about beaten him home there, who went out as one of the favourites for the race.
All right, OK, we'll keep an eye on him. Also from Sunday, Derby Day for me and Perfect Pair. Now, a little bit unlucky here. The eventual winner's just on his outside, Beluga. You can see wanting to get out. He's got lots of horse underneath him here, Alexi, but just nowhere to go as Zach held him in. Beluga then kicks, puts, what, two clear lengths on him, and the drive for the line. He makes up a lot of ground here. Now he's sort of hovering around the bottom of Class 3 here, Perfect Pair. His win at the back end of last season, Class 4, he got 10 points for it. So now he finds him in Class 3. Back in Class 4, he'd win for sure, and he might well be more than capable of winning here off a lightweight in Class 3 as well. So looking out for him. All right, those were the horses to follow as far as looking ahead to Happy Valley now is concerned. Majestic Gold was going to be making his debut for the Richard Gibson stable. Unfortunately, is out. Simply Fluke, who ran on the weekend, will take his place. And Aurora Pegasus, out of race number 8, is replaced by Circuit 7. Vincent Ho will be in the saddle there. All right, so this is meeting number 57 of the season. We're on the C+3 course, as wide as it gets for our 9 races. We have 2 Class 5s to start the programme. The first one over the 1,000 metres here with Little Thunder placed on his last 2 starts on the all-weather last time out, switching back to the turf. Winner's Heart takes the class drop. Dr. EQ, beaten favourite last time out, and moves from barrier 1 to barrier number 12. We've got Joy Avenue as a last start course and distance winner. For fun's sake, tries a tongue tie for the first time to bring about some improvement with him. Flying Monkey placed on his last time out. That was behind Joy Avenue. And Winning Warrior now down to a mark of just 10. He'll jump from barrier number 2. Now, Dr. EQ, the only one of these up at Chung Fo in the last 30 days. Mark, what does the speed map tell us?
There's a few of us that like to go forward here in this Class 5. Andrew off a good tempo. Viva Mama can get over from barrier number 10. Dr. EQ from barrier 12 can work over with him. Winner's Heart down in grade follows the speed. Winning Warrior has led up in a trial and faded to run 4th. Flying Monkey did it tough last time, 3 wide and stuck on. And Ready Conqueror has led all of the way since his last start in a trial. Speed map has him midfield, and I'm the Conquest Paul is last.
Here is Dr. EQ. Now he's going nice. He's drawn the outside in barrier number 12, but look, his work's been pretty good. He just needed a little bit of luck from that wide barrier draw, and his third couple of starts ago wasn't too bad as well. Viva Mama, another very consistent horse. Viva Mama, now he's drawn wide as well, barrier number 10, but he's got some gate speed, so expect him to go forward, Viva Mama, see if he can head towards the front as well. And the other one we're going to have a look at here is Joy Avenue. He's the last start winner, Matthew Poon, aboard for this piece of work as well. The horse does go nicely here, and Matthew will ride him once again. But once again, he's drawn wide as well, so I've shown the 3 horses that have drawn the 3 outside.
All right, we'll have a look at that win in a moment. We'll start off, though, with Little Thunder, coming off the all-weather mark, so switches surface and down in trip as well, but he has drawn reasonably kindly in 5.
He has indeed. He's run second at his last 2 starts. He was a second to Destined Jury on the grass. Beaten ahead prior to this. Lucky Ruby absolutely bolted up this day, Paul. He's got 133 pounds again, as he did in this race, but he's had 2 starts in Class 5 for 2 seconds. He looks pretty hard to beat here. Yeah,
he does. I think he's better than Class 5 as well. He has won in Class 4. From his low draw, I agree with you. I think he's going to run pretty close.
OK, what about this one then, Paul? The last start winner, Joy Avenue. There's more than just the 4 that we're focusing on there. It goes back to I'm the Conquest, in actual fact. He ran 11th. Yeah,
so he finished well back. The one I am taking out of it is After Me. I thought he fought on really strongly. Now he gets the apprentice claim, so he'll take a weight off the back as well. So I quite like him in this race, and he is a 3-time winner in Class 4. It's just whether Joy Avenue can put 2 together.
Left Joy Avenue out. I'm going to put Flying Monkey in, though. He was 3 wide the trip there and fought on solidly and's had a good season too. Class 5 seems to be where he's best at the moment.
Yeah, and After Me gets a 14-pound turnaround with Joy Avenue on that meeting. Here's Ready Conqueror, Mark, back at the trials.
He beat Everyone's Delight here, who raced on the weekend, and he's led all of the way in this trial. The speed map has him going back to midfield. It was an impressive trial from him, Paul, Ready Conqueror, and on this, couldn't leave him out of the top 3. He was a winner 3 starts ago, and carries about 5 pounds more than that win, but wasn't knocked around at all here.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice try. You could see the jockey looking around towards the end of it as well. From a low draw, barrier number 4, I've included him as well.
OK, all right, there's some of the clues there. Our favourite, though, is Winner's Heart, Paul, on the class drop.
Yeah, I've got him in as well, but I'm going to go with the top one here, Little Thunder. Just think he's very well placed from his low draw. Now, Winner's Heart, the Quinella horse, he's still a maiden here in Hong Kong, but when he did run second, it was off a high rating of 51, and he has got barrier 1 from Ready Conqueror, and After Me we discussed. So 1, 2, 5, 3. Going to leave the ones with the wide draws out.
Little Thunder also on top. I think he's nearing a win in Class 5. He's had 2 starts for those 2 seconds, both at Sha Tin, one the all-weather, one on the turf, but he comes to Happy Valley. He has placed on the course. 1 to win to beat number 10, Flying Monkey. Can't leave him out of these sort of races. He races well at Sha Tin over the 1,000 metres, or Happy Valley over the 1,000 metres. Ready Conqueror on that trial winner, number 7, Viva Mama, has overcome wide draws and raced well previously. 1, 10, 5 and 7.
One's in for me as well, but I thought After Me with the £7 claim might be good enough here in a trappy looking Class 5 over the 1,000.